And here is the finished product, some delicious homemade butter. Let's just go ahead and give it a little bit of a taste test. You guys need to try homemade butter. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of Carnivore Kitchen. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some homemade butter. And all we need for today's recipe is some heavy cream, a butter churner, and some water. And now that we know everything that we need, what exactly are the steps? Well, step number one is we want to go ahead and take our heavy cream and we are going to add it to our butter churner. Now, with regard to this step right over here, this is an alternate method to the method that I showed you guys last week. If you guys don't want to invest in a butter churner, you can do it with a mason jar, and I'm going to include a link right up over here if you haven't seen that video. But these things, they're only about $20 to $30 if you buy it on Amazon. The one that I'm using is the one from Chefin, and it's the Chefin Butter Maker, Butter Churner or something. Just type in Chefin on Amazon and you'll find it. But now that we have the heavy cream in here, the next step, we're going to go ahead and tighten the lid, and we're going to shake it for about 3 minutes. This one over here, it's going to be a lot quicker than the way that I showed you guys last week. Last week it took about 10 to 20 minutes. This one only over here, it only takes about 3 to 5. And one of the other good things is you could rinse it directly in the actual Chefin rather than having to use a separate bowl. So I have my bowl, my glass right over here with some ice water, and once it's all ready, I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And another thing worth noting is with regard to the actual cream, you want to use heavy cream, at least 35%. The higher the fat content, the more butter you're going to get and the better it's going to be. And then also with regard to the heavy cream, you want to make sure that it's around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's too cold or too hot, it's not going to come out right. So 60 degrees is perfect. So I've been shaking it for about a minute, and as you can see, it's quite thick right now. Right now, it is turned into whipping cream. You don't want to stop just yet. When you keep shaking it, eventually what's going to happen is it's going to start to soften up again, and then you're going to end up getting buttermilk that's going to separate from the butter. And once that happens, then you could go ahead and shake it up a little bit more until you get your butter, but we're going to just go ahead and do this for a couple more minutes. And as you can see, it's just gotten thinner and it's no longer whipped cream. So what we could do now is go ahead and take the lid off. We're going to get a fine mesh sieve and we're just going to strain it, and make sure that you save it because all the liquid in here is buttermilk. So you could use that for other recipes, or you could just go ahead and drink it. And now the last step, we're going to go ahead and take our ice water, we're going to pour it in here, and then we're just going to stir it a little bit. And we're going to keep doing that until the water is no longer cloudy. When you first start doing this, what's going to happen is the water is going to be very cloudy. And what that means is there's still buttermilk left in the butter. And if you end up skipping this step, what's going to happen is it's going to be able to spoil a lot easier. So you want to just go ahead, stir it a little bit. You want to drain the water, and then once you drain the water, you're going to keep repeating that process until the water comes out clear. So right now, I don't know if you can see, but the water is very, very murky. So you don't want that to happen. Once the water is clear, then you're pretty much done and your butter is good to go. So we're just going to go ahead, take off the lid, we're going to strain the water that's in here, and then we're just going to add a little bit more water and keep repeating that process until it's clear. And this is the 4th time that I end up adding water in here. The 3rd one came out pretty clear, so I think it's good to go. We're just going to go ahead and strain it. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, the water is coming out clear, which means our butter is ready. So now the last step, all we need to do is just go ahead and we are going to remove the bottom of the container, and then the butter is going to be stored in the bottom. And this is what it looks like right now. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to put it in a plate, then we're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a taste test. And here is the finished product, some delicious homemade butter. Let's just go ahead and give it a little bit of a taste test. You guys need to try homemade butter. And there you have it, a super simple way to make butter at home. All you need is one ingredient and a little bit of elbow grease. If you guys gave it a try, go ahead and drop your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought of the recipe. And then next week, I'm going to be showing you a 3rd way, and that one's going to require no elbow grease whatsoever. We're going to be using an immersion blender. So go ahead and check that out next Wednesday, 2 p.m. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys have any recipe suggestions, go ahead and drop your suggestions down in the comment section so I can make whatever you guys want me to make. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to keep making these recipe videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.